Oh, we're back. What's up, everybody? We're back with another live stream. And we are back with another 7-day grind. Today is day 1. And we're going to be finding out what we're going to be hunting very, very shortly. If you guys are over on Twitch, I am currently running a poll over on YouTube where everybody is voting for what the 7-day grind is going to be. And so far, it looks like mule deer and whitetail are in the lead, but we're not going to close the poll yet. We're going to give you guys a little bit more time to figure out your votes. We're probably going to let it go till about 200 votes. Once it hits 200 votes, whatever's in the lead is what we will hunt. Yeah, to be honest, Volt, I already said it from the beginning. I did not expect them to win that game. I did not expect them to win it. Our O-line just couldn't hold up to anybody. Will Campbell and Jared Wilson have not been the same after their injuries. Both of them have been so, like, a shell of their former selves. It's crazy how bad, like, torn ligaments and stuff can affect your play. All right, we're 15 votes off of it being official. Which one? It's kind of looking like mule deer whitetail is going to win. Mrs. Crow with the 62 months as a member. Holy. That is a long time to be a member. And we're only a few votes off. Let's be honest, chat. There's a 10% difference between first place and second place in this poll. So one vote isn't going to matter. We're going to end the poll right now. Actually, okay, we got over it. 203. 203 votes. Okay. So the winner is mule deer / whitetail. You guys voted for mule deer / whitetail. Second place was wolves / boar. Third was moose / red deer. Fourth was black bear and tar. So mule deer and whitetail is going to be this 7-day grind. Let's go. Let's go. Got to screenshot the poll to throw in the video. There we go. Okay. Let's hop into it. So, since we're going to be hunting whitetail and mule deer, I think we're going to start with whitetail for the day. Because we're like 3,200 kills into that grind. So, I mean, if anything is going to pop, I would imagine it would be whitetail. Although, mule deer grinds are pretty fast and we're like just starting one. So, let's start with whitetail. We'll start with whitetail today. Oh, nice, Blitz. Nice. How long do you feeling like streaming today? Well, I'm actually going to be streaming on 3 different channels today. I'm starting here on the main one with some Call of the Wild. Then, in about 2 hours, I'm going to be streaming on my fishing channel. We're going to be streaming the new update on Professional Fishing 2. And then at 5 p.m., we are going to be streaming on my 3rd channel. Or technically, it's my 2nd. You get what I mean. We're going to be streaming on Scarecrow Uncensored for some party animals. So, we got a triple header going today. So, I'm going to be streaming a total of like minimum 6 hours. 2 on this channel, 2 for fishing, and then 2 to 3 on the other channel. It's going to be a fun time, man. Okay, 11 actually is perfect. Like I said, 3,200 kills into this grind. We are starting our 7-day grind at 1:04 p.m. on February 10th of 2026. Let's see if we can get ourselves a great one within 7 days. There we go. The first 2 kills of the 7-day grind. And end the intro. There we go. Now, how many kills are we starting at? So 32, 31. I like to keep track of where we started so that I can tell it at the end of the video. We started our challenge at 31 kills on whitetail. So we'll see how many of these kills we can get throughout the whole week. Should be fun, though. I always enjoy doing these 7-day grinds. You guys have been asking me a lot to do more, so figured why not do one live? You know, start it out live and then see what happens from there on. It's on YouTube, Lily Brody. That's where the voting was on YouTube. Because it's too confusing to try and like combine poll results from YouTube and Twitch. So I just do it on one platform. I do it on whatever platform has the most people watching. That way we get the most votes through. Did I like the Super Bowl? As a Patriots fan, it was rough to watch. But to be honest, I expected it. Seattle was an unstoppable force. I don't think anybody from the AFC would have beat them. I don't think literally any team... Oh gosh, we got teleporters. I don't think any team could have beat them. They're just that good. Even if Bo Nix was healthy, Broncos wouldn't have beat them. They would not have beat them. I think regardless of whether it would have been Seattle or the Rams in the Super Bowl, both of them would have beat whoever the AFC team was. I do feel like if the Patriots hadn't had Will Campbell and Jared Wilson starting in that game, they probably would have fared better. I don't know if it would have been enough to win, but they probably would have fared a little bit better. Because Will Campbell has been getting absolutely ran over in the playoffs. Like, ever since he came back from all those torn ligaments in his knee, he just has not been the same, man. He has not looked the same. Which is pretty common. Bad injuries like that typically do have a long-term effect on the player. I didn't watch the halftime show. I turned it on for like 30 seconds and turned it right back off because, yeah, it didn't sound great. Because personally, I think Leighton is better, Jansen. Holy, Blitz with the 39 months and Tiffany with the 9 months. Appreciate that. All right, nothing there to shoot, unfortunately. And Trevion, thank you so much for the membership as well. Oh, bro, the Vikings got it. Definitely. 9 would have got it for sure. Definitely. Poor Vikings fans, man. They go from Darnold to JJ McCarthy and then get to watch Darnold get a Super Bowl. Poor Vikings fans, man. I think they've got it the roughest out of everybody. Volt with the Prime. Thank you for the 5 months. That was the most underwhelming Super Bowl ever. Oh, yeah, it was very mid. Drake May should have paid rent for the time he was on the ground. Dude, his O-line didn't do him any favors at all. It was really sad. You know what's funny? I remember when the Super Bowl was happening, obviously, you know how Nate is. Nate was giving me crap like crazy for Drake May getting like absolutely wrecked and stuff. He wasn't watching it though. He said that he went back and watched it and he's like, oh yeah, that was not even May's fault. Like his O-line was terrible. It was just insane how quickly they broke through. It's like the times that he wasn't sacked, he was like rushing to try and like step up in the pocket and just get a pass off. He was constantly pressured. It was horrid to watch that O-line. Oh my gosh, it was bad. I still stand by the fact that I think they should have started Verdarian Lowe and Ben Brown at left tackle and left guard, because during the times that Jared Wilson and Will Campbell were injured, you know, they were playing for them instead, right? And they were doing just as good, if not better. I'm pretty sure that they both had better run blocking. They had a better run blocking grade during the time that they were in. So, like, I don't understand why they didn't just put Verdarian Lowe and Ben Brown in when, you know, Wilson and Campbell were struggling so bad. Like, why not just throw in the backups? it wasn't going to be any worse. Like, I get it. They want to trust in Campbell because he's their first round pick and stuff. But when it's very clear that he's not going to be able to handle it, just throw someone else in. Throw someone else in. Ronnie, thank you for the super chat. Just got back from a 6-month break from Call of the Wild. Now I'm enjoying it more than ever. Hey, sometimes that's all you need, man. Sometimes a little break is the best thing that you can do. That's how I am with a lot of games. In particularly games like Tarkov, Ark, Power World. Like, I'll take like a few months off of playing them. Then I come back and I'm like, oh man, I miss playing this so much. Will this be a YouTube video? Yes, parts of it. Obviously, I'm going to edit a lot out. You got a stud in Gonzalez, though? Dude, he is freaking insane. Like, oh my gosh. The best part of the Patriots team in that game was our defense. Our defense was actually pretty insane. It was insane. They were popping off. It's just the offense couldn't capitalize on anything because the O-line was just collapsing the second they dropped back. Like, it was brutal. But I wasn't super disappointed that we lost because I went into the game expecting to lose because Seattle's just that freaking good. I mean, Seattle's so good that Sam Darnold didn't even have a super good game. But, like, the rest of the team was just so much better than anyone else. Like, Kenneth Walker, absolute monster. Seahawks defense popped off. Darnold didn't even have to do much. Like, he had, I think, a 50% completion rate and, like, 200 yards and 1 touchdown. Like, pretty much that game was won by the defense and Kenneth Walker. K9's a freaking beast. Like, it's impressive that a running back that big is that agile. Like, oh my gosh, some of the moves he was putting on people was crazy. It's just impressive. Oh yeah, Jason Myers is pretty crazy with 12 points. He had the first 12 points. No, May didn't have a 30 or 40. He had like a 57 or a 60 or something like that. He completed 27 of 43 passes, I believe. I think it was 27 of 43. May had a better completion rate. He had close to 300 yards. He just didn't have any help from his O-line. All right, let's grab these right here. I can't just add someone to the chat game time. What do you mean, man? It doesn't work like that. There we go. Got a couple buckaroos. Cash Raptors, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing great. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I should probably change the title of the stream since we've already done the voting for what we're hunting. I should change it to a more appropriate title. There we go. That's a better title. It's a little more fitting. It's a bit more fitting right there. I don't need to change the Twitch one, though. The Twitch one's fine. Ooh. Look at that. Side-by-side diamonds. Now that right there is a cool sight to see. You know, no matter how many diamond whitetail I've killed, it's still really cool to see side-by-side diamonds. Like, even with HM, you don't see this, like, super often. Let's see if I can get 2 good shots into them. Oh, we got it. We doubled it up. Killer Kevin, thank you for this 46 months. Appreciate that. And Ender with the 13. I choose Wells Catfish for the 7-day grind. Oh, that'd be fun, dude. That'd actually be fun to do a 7-day grind in Pro Fishing 2 for the other channel. That would be really sick. Speaking of that, you guys didn't know, I have 2 other YouTube channels that I post content on pretty much weekly at this point. So if you haven't already, check them out. I'll put them in chat real quick. Let's get it over on Twitch too. So the second channel is Scarecrow Uncensored. It's my uncensored channel where we play all non-hunting and fishing games. Scarecrow the Angler is my fishing game channel where we play like fishing games. And then obviously this channel right here is where I do my hunting games. All right, let's go ahead and pick these guys up. Let's get the biggest one first. This guy, him? Yeah, this is him. 272. That's a beaut. That's a beauty right there. 272. Big male to start the day out. Big male. What we love to see, man. Not big enough to tax, though, because we've got a million that are 274 plus. And this guy's a 262. That's a beauty, too, man. So we got stomach, liver on the first shot, and then decimated every organ on the second shot. Oh my gosh. We murdered that poor deer. This poor thing didn't know what hit him. Beautiful. Beautiful. And save the clip. Boom. Oh, nice, Noel Jones. Nice. The great one is coming, I hope. That's the go. Oh! Oh my gosh, who called that? Which one of you called that? Which one of you called that? Oh my gosh. That was Garen. Oh my gosh, Garen. Dude, you called that. What the heck just happened? What the heck was that, man? What? Chat. How dare you guys call that? Oh my gosh. You know, y'all have been really on fire recently with the votes. Y'all have been voting for like the perfect great one every time. That's incredible. Well, that ends a 3,249 kill grind. Yeah, and it's still not the typical rack, Johnny. It's not the typical rack. Oh my gosh. I've never had a great one at this zone either. Let's freaking go. Well, that was the fastest great one in a 7-day grind ever. What is that? Literally 14 minutes into the 7-day grind. Oh my gosh. Jivers with the 27 months. Thank you, dude. You joined to a great one. Perfect timing, Jives. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is freaking crazy. So we literally have only killed a total of 18 whitetail in this 7-day grind. But obviously this grind has been going for a while. The whitetail grind. 3,249 kills, almost 200 diamonds. And there it is. We finally have another one. Longest whitetail grind we've had in a very, very long while. Oh my gosh. That is a crazy name, but thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, dude. Use a bow? I could. I could. We could go for a bow. Oh, I should probably clip this. There we go. It's clipped. I also see people saying to use the 30-30 iron sights. I've already used the 30-30 recently, though. Didn't I use it recently? I feel like I did. Yeah, I definitely used it recently. I think I used it on that super rare whitetail. Yeah, we'll do the crossbow. I haven't done the crossbow in a while. I feel like I've only shot 1 or 2 great ones with it. Like, ever. So yeah, we'll go with that. Also, let's go to the clean overlay. So we can see everything much, much better. .420 grain broadhead bolt. Tracer bolt. There we go. That's the one that we want. And then for sights, where is it? There it is. My gosh, guys. Wait, can I? I can. I kind of like that reticle on it. Let's do that. Use 357. Nah, I'll never purposely mess up a great one ender. I'll just wait for a class 9 one. Hopefully eventually we'll get a class 9 great one. That would be lovely if we could. All right, let's reset time. Make sure that we have plenty of time to get up there. Yeah, I'll get the backpack. I will get it. Ooh, don't want that. Hold on. We'll have to do that. Okay. Much, much better, man. I should probably notify the Discord, huh? Let's let the Discord know. There we go. Oh, time reset didn't get him there. Oh, we should probably back up our save file too, before I forget. Yo, what's up, Bone? How's it going? Change time before he leaves. I already did. Nice, Jake. That's awesome. Herbal Vision, thank you for the gifted tier 1. Appreciate that, dude. Okay, there he is. He's here. Now let's get him moving. See how close we can get. Mackenzie with the 31 months as a member. Appreciate that. I don't know about that, DeVito does. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to give, like, accurate information on how to herd manage, whitetail in relation to my old guide, because I haven't done the HM for this population right here in years. I don't remember half the stuff I did to manage these guys down. I could try to go through my old guide and essentially just like make the same guide but update a few of the small things, like obviously you can't place tents on top of zones anymore and expect them to not render in because that's not a thing anymore. But yeah, it's been years since I made that guide, so I don't have it fresh in my mind, like all the steps I went through on Layton specifically to manage my population down. I remember it was a lengthy process. I guess, yeah, I could go back to that guide because pretty much everything's up to date in that guide, except for the fact that animals don't, or that animals now render in when you fast travel near them. They didn't used to. That's the only difference between now and then. So that guide's basically up to date. That guide is practically as up to date as it's going to be. So you could use that old whitetail guide still, because nothing has changed outside of animals, rendering in properly whenever you travel near them now. That's the only change that I would need to make in that guide. So you can use that guide still. Yes, Chathams. It doesn't affect, like, spawns. Next great one with Gondhair. I have done so many with the Gondhair already. Hasn't it been like 3 of them? I've done 2 or 3 with Gondhair. Don't shoot, go for a moose. Nah, I'm not going to. This is for a 7-day grind. It's already been voted on for what we're doing. What's up, Cayman? How's it going? And I think I missed something. Yes, Cayman, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that, dude. Welcome back. Did you shoot while finding zones for whitetail? Yes, I did. I do that with every grind. I never find my zones first and then start shooting. The second I find a zone, I'm shooting animals, you know? Because I just don't see the point in waiting till you found every zone. Because the second you start shooting them, they're going to bounce. You're going to get bouncers that go from one zone to another. So I'd rather just start progressing towards managing the map the second I find a zone, right? I know there's some people that like to find everything and know where everything is, but I just don't see it being worth it to wait that long before you actually shoot anything. Just to me, it just seems like wasted time where you could have been shooting animals and progressing towards getting your great one. How many kills on this grind? 3,249. This was our longest whitetail grind since the first, like, 4. This is like my 4th or 5th longest great one whitetail grind ever. Most of my whitetail have been under 2,500. Most of them under 2,000. Oh, this isn't going to be easy. We're going to have to go up here, I think. What's my longest grind? For whitetail deer, I think it's like a little bit over 4,000, but back then I wasn't counting super accurately. I was just estimating. And then overall, for every species, my longest was black bear, 8,000. Oh gosh, what was it, like 80? Was it 8,400 or 8,300? I'm drawing a blank. Actually, I can just look at it now. I think it was like 8,400 or was it 8,900? Where's black bear? Black bear. Black bear, black bear, black bear. That's moose, fallow, bear. 8,314. That's my longest grind ever. 8,314. Yeah, the black bear grind is fun. I just had a really unlucky first 2. Yeah, Volt. Is the 223 Descent any good? It's very mediocre. Probably one of the worst, like, class 2 to 4 weapons in the game. It's very weak. Very, very weak. What's the most enjoyable great one grind in your opinion? Probably wolves. I would say Yukon Wolves is the most enjoyable overall. It's just really fun to blast those wolves. Those, Layton whitetail, a ski mule deer, and Tiabaroa red deer and fallow, like, All of those are super enjoyable. I don't watch him, Queso. I don't watch his content. I don't watch really any Call of the Wild content unless it's like a close friend of mine. Kevin, thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate that. Now, where is this thing? Oh, and I saw somebody earlier asking how to get close to animals so that they don't spook. First of all, you got to make sure you're not wearing a backpack. Then, you want to make sure that you have all of these perks here. Improvise blind to hide yourself when you get into bushes. Tier 2 of soft feet. I like to have this one as well, so that if it's raining or foggy, you'll be hidden even more. And then in Ambusher, I don't think there's really anything here that you need. Yeah, Ambusher, there's nothing that you need there. Like, outside of that, it's really just, like, stay low. Stay low, use the foliage to your advantage. If you approach an animal from behind, it's less likely to see you as well. And certain animals are just dumber than others. Like, a lot of the deer species, they're a lot dumber than, let's say, a black bear or a red fox or a tar. Like, tar, good luck getting close to that. Whitetail, though, they're stupid. They have, like, negative brain cells when it comes to noticing it that you're there. It's kind of the same for fallow. You can get super close to fallow. They just don't even care. Okay, so... here, you need to chill out, little bro. All right, so we're fully hidden here. But I'm not as close as I'd like to be. Because I want to get some beautiful footage of it for the intro of the 7-day grind. I know, right, Caitlin? This is insane. This is insane. And this was like my longest whitetail grind in years. And we ended it on a stream. You'll love to see it. Okay, this might actually be perfect. Oh, that's so cool. I like that. Look at that, man. That's really cool. I stream once a week, Lacey. Every Tuesday. Occasionally, I'll stream on another day. I'd like to get back into streaming more. It's just like, it was getting too stressful trying to stream 4+ times a week and trying to like upload videos at a super consistent pace and then trying to upload on my other channels as well. So like the last few months, I just have done less streams so that I could keep up with video content more. Because, you know, when you combine that with also being a dad and having to do other stuff, IRL and things, it was getting too stressful. So I cut down the amount of streams I was doing. But I want to get back into streaming a little more. Gosh, this is so freaking pretty. These pictures are fire, dude. This is going to be phenomenal. Let's do one that's kind of off kilter in case I want to like use the picture for a thumbnail and have like a logo or something on the other side of the image. There we go. Okay, I think it's time, guys. Turn on the HUD again. I can stand up, I think. Yep, we're hidden here. I want to get a little closer, though. How far are you? 22. We just can't let them get within 7 meters. If they get within 7 meters, they will spook. Perfect. Oh, this is perfect. What is the zeroing distances? Oh my gosh, there's a 20-meter distance. This is perfect. Oh! Smoked him. Absolutely smoked him, man. Wow. I mean, that pretty much went as good as it could have gone. Another freaking big rack, because that's all I get for whitetail. What is this, like probably our 10th big rack? It's got to be like our 10th big rack. Oh my gosh. This is Great One Whitetail number 46. And I swear like 10 of them are big rack. Wow. Look at that shot. We did about as good as we could have done. I mean, that is just like perfect. I didn't expect to make a bad shot there though, because we were really close. Like the odds of that being a bad shot were pretty low, but I've messed up easier shots before, so let's go, chat. Let's go. 109.04 kgs, so about 1 kg off of max weight. A little bit of a lower scoring one too, I think. I'm pretty sure 630 and below is pretty low scoring, because these usually are around like 635. And if you get one that's like 630 or below and then 640 or above, those are kind of like the like outer edge ones that are a little less common. Oh man, Kevin, could you imagine if you guessed that correctly? That would have been crazy. Whitetail number 50 will be the typical rack. We can hope. Okay, guys, we took down this beautiful Great One whitetail deer at 1:36 p.m. on February 10th of 2026. Literally, like, not even half an hour into the challenge, and we got this thing. That's insane. That's just crazy. What a way to start this challenge. Thank you all for voting for whitetail, because otherwise we'd probably still be hunting with no great ones. Absolutely insane, bro. Big W's for chat for y'all voting for whitetail. Not gonna lie, I was really hoping that you guys were gonna vote for red deer because I really wanted to hunt red deer, but now I'm happy you voted for whitetail instead. I was very tempted to do like whitetail and red deer as like a poll option, but then I decided, nah, we gotta mix it up. Like whitetail and red deer I always do. Let's freaking go, guys. Absolutely insane. All right, well, let's up the Great One counter. Boom! That's Great One number 135. And now that means we start a fresh whitetail grind. Which also means I need to write down all the stats from this one before I reset my counters. That grind ended at 3249. 197 diamonds. 9 rares, 1 super rare, and 1 great one. Okay, I think I got everything updated. Yep, that looks right. All right, let's reset the counters and get the next Great One whitetail grind going. Boom. That's so freaking cool. That's so freaking cool, guys. Yeah, go for it, Hunter Pro. You feel free to ask questions whenever you want to ask questions. Also, you don't have to ask me if you can ask a question. Just ask away. You know what? We're going to go with an outfit I never wear. The blazing orange with the blaze backpack. And then let's load this load out again so we have our tent and stuff. Ooh, that's not good, Duck Duck. That doesn't sound fun at all. All right, let's get back to grinding. We'll look at it in the lodge later, dude. Please don't spam my chat. You don't have to say lodge 50,000 times in a row. Not going to make it happen any faster. All right, let me see. Let me make sure I can see Hunter Pro's question. For the boar grind, 159 kills in. I don't know how to HM. So HM is, if you don't want to like do all the like convoluted, confusing, like crazy advanced stuff that HM has in it, there is like a much more simple way to go about it. At its base, like core premise, HM is just shooting the big ones and leaving the small ones. So essentially for wild boar, just leave any level ones that you see and shoot the ones that are above level 1. And there you go, you're HMing. You don't have to do all the like super advanced stuff like trying to manage down very specific zones and, you know, all that, those types of things. The most simple form of it is just shoot the big ones, leave the small ones. Boom. That is insane, man. I can't believe we already got a great one for the challenge. Let me reset all my counters. I forgot to do that. There we go. Oh, floating. No, don't float. Yo, what's up, Mullet? How's it going? How you doing? You think 79 kills till my next great one, Whitetail? That would be insane. That would be crazy. How can you shoot so many at every zone? What do you mean by how can you shoot so many at every zone? Are you asking how there's so many there? Are you asking how I get good follow-up shots? Are you asking how I reduce hunting pressure? Because there's a lot of things that could mean. If you're talking about hunting pressure, use brown blinds or stands. If you're talking about like them not spooking, the longer the shot, the less chances they'll spook fast. A lot of my shots are 300 meters or like 250. So they spook slower than if you were like 100 or 150 away, you know? My day's going good, Aiden. Hopefully yours is too. What was the rack of your last great one? The one that we just got a few minutes ago was a big rack. Big rack whitetail. Only one kill at that zone. Moose next time, please. I let the chat vote. They didn't vote for Moose. Also, I don't need to have that pinned message anymore. We'll get rid of the pinned message because it's not relevant now that the poll is already done. Do you think a moose grind would be better with feeders? I don't know, maybe. I guess it depends on like what map you go to, how you go about setting them up. Personally, I don't think I would ever want to use feeders for moose just because it really feels like you can only have a couple groups at your feeder at once. And like there's a lot of solo moose. I feel like it would just still be really annoying to try and manage solos and stuff. I don't know. I just don't see myself ever wanting to do moose with feeders. They have too big of a home range too. Like it just wouldn't make sense in my personal opinion to try and grind moose with feeders. Unless you weren't HMing. If you weren't HMing, then it would probably work. Nice NBA fan. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Haven't had anything there recently. When are you going to do muley? I mean, there's no guarantee that we'll hunt muley today. The voting was just for what was going to be the two species that we, excuse me, that we hunt on this 7-day. It doesn't mean that I'm necessarily hunting both of them today. It just means they're going to both be hunted during these next 7 days. It really depends if we get tired of whitetail and move on to mule deer for the day or not. Because I only have about 1 hour and 13 minutes left before this stream will be over, and I'll have to go to my other stream on my angling channel. So it depends. Depends if we get to it. But I will 100% be hunting mule deer in this 7-day grind. So when the video comes out, there will 100% be some whitetail and mule deer hunting in it. You hunt in real life? I did as a kid. Haven't hunted since I was 18, though. I'm 27 now, so been like 9 years. What do you use to get your specific blinds when you create one? Wait. Are you talking like what blind am I using? The blind that I'm using is from the Duck and Cover DLC. It's the waterfowl blind. What's my favorite great one? I would have to say it's still the moose. I just think they're so pretty. When herd managing moose, what levels do you not shoot? You leave level 2s and below. However, there is some level 3s that have the same rack as level 2s. You can also leave those if you'd like. I ended up leaving a lot of those that look the exact same as a 2. How would you feel about a great one turkey? I think it'd be cool. If they're going to do another bird, turkey is top of the list for me, as well as like capercaillie. I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep screwing up diamonds. First, it was a whitetail, then a fallow. It happens, man. Biggest thing is just don't rush your shot. Don't rush your shot. I prefer to always be at least 150 meters away. Or I guess at maximum 150 away. That way you just zero to your middle zero distance, which is 150 meters. And boom. Oh, I forgot to main menu. No wonder half of them aren't here. We forgot to main menu. Probably would have helped. You have an ultra rare? No, I don't. And I don't know anybody that does. Everybody that's got them are people that I don't know. Can you imagine what it's going to be like the day that a content creator actually gets an ultra rare? Oh my gosh, like the whole community is going to freak out. It's going to be insane. How about the grouse or too early? I don't know if I'd want a grouse great one. That kind of sounds like it would be really rough to hunt for. I'm all about great one grinds being fun. Like, I'll always gravitate towards the fun ones. I don't know if I'd even attempt to go for a red grouse or a black grouse. Like, oh, those would be so tough. Like, trying to HM them would be virtually impossible. Just because of how small their flocks are. Boop. He did. What species have an ultra rare? Just whitetail deer, as far as we know. I haven't in a long time, Sophie. If you're not seeing videos, then I'm not playing with the person, you know. Doesn't mean I won't. I'm just saying, you know, if I haven't put out content with someone recently, I probably haven't been playing with them. Like, recently, the only collab I've done was the one with Flinter that we did recently. Thought Tar did too. I think it was a miscommunication because I had a bunch of people telling me that he corrected himself later after he talked about Tar. But I don't think Tar do. I think they we originally were told they did in one of the EW streams, and then a bunch of people were telling me that he corrected himself later. So I don't know. Until we see one, I'm just going to assume that they don't exist. Nothing. What's the most boring / least enjoyable Great One grind? In my opinion, Fox. Fox just isn't fun. And I would also say, as much as I love the moose, the grind is not fun. The grind for moose is not that fun. But I will suffer through the moose grind because I think the moose are some of the prettiest Great Ones in the entire game. Yeah, I think Fox is probably the least enjoyable / toughest grind. Because it's like, all fox look the same. None of them have antlers, obviously, so it's just you're shooting the same fox over and over again. And then they are only in pairs and solos, so their respawns are not as consistent and reliable as herd animals. Just combines for a very unfun grind. Pheasants are boring AF, but at least their Great Ones look prettier. And I find that when the fact that you can place your tent directly on top of them and shoot them as they fly away, I find that more enjoyable. Like, I don't know. What's up, Capia? Hopefully I'm saying this right. Capia Creations. What's an ultra rare? So it's a Great One with a rare fur type. Currently, only whitetail deer have that possibility. They have an insanely rare fur type that you can get called the Fabled Piebald. Only available on the whitetail deer. There's been less than 10 of them that are actually legitimate that have been found, which is insane. Like, over the thousands of Great One whitetail people have killed over the years, there's like less than 10 legitimate Fabled Piebalds, which is insane. Would you want an elk Great One? Of course. Elk is like my dream. Manitoban and Rocky Mountain elk in particular. I would like the look of a Roosevelt Great One, but Roosevelt elk are kind of annoying to hunt, so I'd prefer they do Rocky elk or Manitoban. Okay, nothing over there. Let's head down over here. Yeah, the whitetail deer, yeah, they do have the one Fabled Piebald. It's the only fur type that they have that's like not a common one, but it's really cool. It looks similar to a normal piebald whitetail, except it's like darker. It's got a darker brown. It's like the ultimate trophy in the game. Like, it is the ultimate thing to search for. Very few people have ever seen it. Daily Baller, thank you for the tier 1 sub, and thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub as well. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Absolute legend. Seek a deer Great One would be cool. I agree. That would be cool. I like Seek a deer a lot. What species are you after? Right now we're hunting for whitetail deer. We're going for the whitetail Great One. My moose just never come to the zone. I hate the grind. Yeah, moose have a big problem with not showing up at zones. The only way that you can get around that is exactly what I'm about to do here. My whitetail aren't here. Reset the time. Put it back to like beginning of the hour, few minutes back, few minutes forward. As long as you're resetting the time, it's like resetting the animals of sorts, you know? It's like reconfiguring where they're at that time. It's like, whoa, hey, that's their drink time. They should be over there. So with moose, I had to do that a lot during the grind. I was constantly spamming time resets, just trying to get them to show up. In fact, I think I haven't ever lost as much money during a grind as I did with moose. I think I spent over 2 million on time resets. It was insane. But I mean, that's over like, how many have we killed? We've killed like 17,000 moose or something. Let me look. And never mind, 12,000. That was over the course of 12,000 moose kills on a few different maps. Some maps are worse than others when it comes to reliability. And here it is, the zone that we just got our Great One whitetail in. There's his little buddy. You may have got to live for a few more minutes. But your time has come, buddy. Your time has come. It's all over. You're dead. And you're never coming back. Thank you, Daily Baller. Appreciate that. Ooh, Wildebeest would be cool. That'd be an awesome, great one. Yeah, Wildebeest would be really fun. Rikers Gaming, thank you for the membership. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. How many kills are you at? I'm currently at 15 kills on this grind. We just started this grind up. We got a great one whitetail like 25, 30 minutes ago. We got one to spawn, which ended a 3,200 kill grind. So now we're on a fresh one. 15 kills in. Ooh, great one bear single would be awesome. I'd love that. What is HM requirement for whitetail? I just leave level 1s. Level 1s are what you want to leave in the zones that you don't like. How do you become a member? So you'll see like at the bottom of the chat, there will be like, actually, is that how you join? I can't remember. I know for a fact that there will be like a join button right next to the subscribe button. Or for some people, it's been updated to where it shows like a subscribe plus over the subscribe button if you're already subbed. That's how you do it, though. I think you can also do it through this link that I'm about to put in chat. I think that's the command for it. There it is. So that's also the link that goes directly to the memberships page. For wolves, I leave 5s and below, right? Yes. If you want to be more specific, low weight estimate 5s and below. But it's fine to leave a few of the higher weight estimate 5s too. I left a few on my grind and it didn't affect it too much. Couple thick boys downrange. Teleportation tactics. These deer are getting too advanced, man. They're teleporting. We can't let them get this advanced, or else we're going to be the hunted. How can I play with my friend? So if you're on PC, you just go into multiplayer. You can click create game, and then it'll give you all the options for like creating a server. If you're on console, I know for a fact on Xbox, you have to have Xbox Live in order to access online features. And so as long as you have Xbox Live on there, I think PlayStation has like PlayStation Plus that you have to have or something. And then it's just a matter of, I think it's the same thing. Like you just create a game and then like join off of them. You're on PC? Okay, yeah. In that case, that's the best way to do it, is just click multiplayer, click create game, select whatever map and stuff that you want. I would recommend setting it to friends only, and then you just have to be friends on Steam. Or if you're on Epic Games, then you'd have to be friends with them on Epic Games. And that's how you get a multiplayer lobby up. How many whitetail drink zones do you have? I think it was like 71. Gosh, it's been so long since I've been asked that question about my whitetail zones. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 71. I believe I had 71 zones. Which is a lot. But you can expect to have anywhere from 60 to 75. Like, it's not going to be identical from one person to another. Because there's always variables. Some people may have more herds using the exact same zone. Some people might have all their herds like in separate zones. Dylan, thank you for the membership. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, we already shot the great one called Wild Grinder. Is it hard to set up a whitetail grind on Layton? Personally, I think it's easier than a map like Revontuli, mainly because there's less water you have to search. Like, Whitetail are only on the left half of the map. So pretty much starting down here, you just like go here. Everything to the left of this line I'm making. Boop. Everything to the left of that line is Whitetail territory. Whereas like on Revontuli, it's like 3/4 of the map has them, and there's more water. The toughest part on here is just the river, but even the river isn't too bad. There's a little bit of like RNG involved as to whether or not your grind's going to be super good or not. If you have a bunch of zones that are in the brush, it might be a little rough. I got pretty lucky and didn't have too many zones that were super in the brush and reeds and stuff. But I still think that this is the best Whitetail map. Mainly due to the small, like, home range. You don't have to search nearly as much water. But there isn't really a single Whitetail map that's going to be super, super easy. Setting up for Whitetail is always, like a middle-of-the-road difficulty type grind. Not going to be your easiest, not going to be your toughest. So just, you know, expect that going in, that it's not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be like fallow deer on Tiavaroa levels of easy. What about a ski ridge for Whitetail? A ski has one problem where the range for Whitetail covers like the river. And the river's really rough on a ski ridge because you can't cross in as many spots as you'd like to, right? So you either have to use a lot of tents as claiming tents, which early on, that's going to slow down like how fast you're able to manage down zones. But, yeah, from what I've heard, I haven't actually hunted a ski ridge for Whitetail. I'm just going off of what other people have told me. The river's apparently pretty rough. Like, it might be the third best map for Whitetail, but I definitely wouldn't put it, like, at the top. You like Mississippi Acres a lot? Biggest problem with Mississippi is the gators. The gators make it kind of rough. Unless you're using feeders. Mississippi's a really good feeder grinding map for Whitetail. A mule deer grind on Silver Ridge Peaks, is that okay? Yeah, Silver Ridge is good. Silver Ridge is a very solid map for them. I was actually considering grinding for mule deer on there instead of a ski when it first came out, just due to like the home range and how nice the lakes are. But I've got my bear grind on there, so I opted not to do that. But I was considering it at one point. Yeah, Whitetail are really nice in terms of not having solos. Like, they're a lot more reliable, although there is still bouncers that go between herds. But yeah, outside of that, it is very nice that there is no solos unless you accidentally shoot a doe down to a solo. Come on. Thank you, ma'am, for getting out of the way. How much time is left in the stream? About 55 minutes. We got about 55 minutes left in this stream, and then I'm going to be sending everybody over to my fishing channel because I'm going to be doing a fishing stream. Think of this as kind of like a... what's the word? They call them like subathons over on Twitch, but think of this as like an extended stream. I'm going to be streaming like probably 7 hours today across all 3 of my channels. We're doing the 2 hours here. Then we're doing 2 hours on my fishing channel. Then we're doing 2 to 3 hours on my Scarecrow Uncensored channel. So it's gonna be a fun day of streams. So I'll essentially be like redirecting to each of the channels when I change games and change channels, right? It's like you guys will automatically move along with the stream, provided you like click join whenever the like raid indicator pops up. If you're on Twitch, the stream will end whenever Call of the Wild part ends. Stream marathon, it's kind of like that, yeah. I just don't like calling it that, you know? What's my third channel? So my second channel is Scarecrow Uncensored, and then my third one is Scarecrow the Angler. Well, you have time to get your 79th kill? I don't know. Depends on if we can kill 51 more whitetail deer, which I think we easily can kill 51 more in 54 minutes or whatever. Because if I'm not mistaken, we average like 70 to 80 whitetail deer an hour. So yeah, we should easily hit our 79th kill in the grind. We should easily be able to hit it. How so many? Efficient grind setup. I mean, you're watching it right now. I'm wasting no time in between kills. I've got claiming tent set up. That's like the biggest thing in getting a fast, like, or not fast, but getting a high amount of kills per hour. Gotta go into every setup with efficiency in mind. I've also killed 54,000 whitetails, so like it's just muscle memory at this point. Like I've been doing this for years. But when you think about it, there's 60 minutes in an hour. As long as you're killing like more than one deer a minute, which in a lot of zones, you know, you're popping 2. After a while, it just becomes like second nature to just speed through all these zones. Now, one thing you can't account for is deer being stubborn. No respawns here. That's unfortunate. Wayland, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. What's up, Axe? How's it going? How many mule deer zones max are on a ski? I never counted my zones because I didn't really need to. It's got such a small home range for mule deer on a ski that I found like no reason that I needed to keep track of zone count. It's like as long as I was checking all the lakes they can be at, it's kind of irrelevant how many zones there was. As long as you know where like they can be. As long as you're checking all the lakes they can go to. Yes, Chad, I'm okay. I'm just talking to my wife. I'm back. Sorry, chat. We're just having a we're having like a couple things replaced in our house, and the guy was dropping off like some of the like light bulb and fixture and stuff. Delta Tom, thank you for the 31 months, dude. Appreciate that. Nothing over there. Trippy tent you got there? Tents be doing that, dude. They be looking trippy. Up there, dude. Smoked. Double smoked. What's my favorite Great One Whitetail that I currently have? The 50/50 typical and Kinsko rack that I got a couple years ago, like really squished one. Did you get the boar Great One? Nope. Have not got it. Tell us when you got to do something. I literally did. I said, hold on, guys. I said it right before I left. Wait, what, Volt? Am I missing something? Yeah, did I miss something? I must have missed something. A lot. I see you mentioning like somebody asked advice. It's fine to ask advice. I assume somebody was asking advice on like how to start YouTube or streaming. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Come on, little buddies. Oh, Volt. Volty, Volty, Volty. What's the hardest Great One to get in your opinion? Fox. Definitely Fox. And maybe boar. Fox and boar are up there. Just because boar seem like I've seen way more people have longer grinds with them. Welcome back, Ender. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, same, Ender, same. It's gonna be fun. Are you doing mule deer? There's no promise it's gonna be today. We just were voting on what was going to be the 2 species that we do in this 7-day grind. Just means that we're going to hunt mule deer and whitetail throughout the 7 days. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be this stream where we hunt both, you know? That's just the 2 that got picked. Yeah, definitely, Ender. Definitely. Level 3. Like a guaranteed troll by that like shape of the rack. Yeah, that's not gonna make it. Ah, you stinky deer. No way I actually got it. Thank God he put his head down to start drinking as I shot, because it really delayed him in getting away. Oh, Matt. I already told you guys. We're having some work done on a couple things in our house. My wife came up to talk to me because they dropped off some of the parts. The light fixture and light bulbs. If it was something serious, I wouldn't be streaming right now. Ah, I didn't make it. How many kills you on? 43. However, I might have to make a phone call soon, so depends. But I may have to make a phone call, and if I do, then obviously I'll be gone for a few more minutes. I could probably do it in between streams, though. Ew, phone calls. That's what I'm saying. Nobody likes phone calls. Ew. Believe it or not, Crow does actually care about his family. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like family always comes first. Which great one you recommend for first great one? I would say either a Ski Ridge Mule Deer or Yukon Valley Wolves. They are great, like, starter grinds to go for. Boop, boop. Double booping them. Hitting them with the double boople. I don't know. Buckshot Brady. I don't know if I'll play any more Way of the Hunter. Probably gonna just wait for, what's it called? Probably just going to wait for Way of the Hunter 2. That was definitely not me, AJ. I don't really watch Call of the Wild streams unless it's Nate, Caitlin, Dre Talk, etc. Like, if it's not a close friend of mine, then I probably am not going to be watching it. You can also verify just by looking for the check mark. If they don't have a check mark, it's not the real Scarecrow. That was definitely not me in there. All right, let's go put this great one up. How about you stop spamming my chat, Hamburg? You don't need to say it 8,000 times before the first one goes off the screen. Chill. You're not going to get your question answered by spamming it. If anything, it's going to make me ignore it. Chill. Chill. We are at the point where I don't have much places to put any more great ones. I moved my moose off of here. I moved my moose off of here because I wanted to get, like, another... What's it called? Another, like, huddle whitetail. I'm trying to find ways that I can fit more great ones into this lodge. And that's the only way I could think was get my moose off of there, put the moose up on the wall, and then try to find, like, a couple more whitetails so I can make a multi-mount. Because there's not really any other places I could pop it up. Yep, that was, like, the only spot. Alrighty. We're actually going to end this stream here, because, like I said, I got to make a phone call before my next stream, which my next stream is in 30 minutes. So I will be seeing you guys in the next stream. Hang around if you want to watch the fishing stream. I'm going to send everybody over from YouTube to my other channel. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.